Hey, Mark from eBlocks here, and in this episode I would like to talk about a block not. So in the last episode we created a program which is working on true and false. And right now I would like to show you how we can use it in an example, and we will add to it a block not, and we will learn it how it works. And our program will do what this block is doing. So we will do a program which is checking if it's first click on is it second click. But we will not use it this way because this is a simple way. We will do it in a custom way, just using on click. So I will create a button and let's make a button with a class button. Let's make it a little bit bigger and a little more size. Okay. And right now I would like to create a variable is button checked. This variable will be responsible for checking if our button with a class button is checked or not. And we want to set on the beginning of our program that is button checked is false. So on the beginning our button is not clicked, and on a click earlier, if we would not know this block not, we would need to do it this way. We would need to do if. After that we can use a get variable is button checked, or we could do it this way. If is button checked, then set a false. So if is button checked is true, then set false. Else, if is button checked is false, then set true. Okay, and let's give this button text. Every time on a click we want to display is button checked inside of our button. So right now I will disable it just for a moment, and I will also use this here. So on the beginning we are checking is button checked to false, we are setting to false, and then we want to set text to the button, and after that on every click we want to check if button is clicked. If it's true, then set false. If it's false, then set true. And then we want also to display the result of is button to our button. Okay, let's refresh, and right now it's false because we set it up to false on the beginning, and on a click it's true, false, true, false. So that's how we would work with a true and false. But we don't need to use all of that block, because using not we can set it up much easier. We could do it just this way. Set is button checked to not is button checked. So if button checked is true, then the result of this block will be false. If is button checked is false, then the result of this not is button checked will be true. So right now when I will refresh I have false on the beginning and true and false and true and false. And this way we could create, for example, things like hamburger buttons and or some buttons which are sometimes, for example, FAQ, then it's on click, then it's opening, and on the second click it needs to hide. And then it's perfectly to use not button to have this in the memory of our computer. And I hope this can help you in a lot of situations. But of course, we need to always remember that we have this on first and on second click button, which can help us in a lot of situations. But sometimes it's not enough, because sometimes we don't only want to trigger on first or second click, but sometimes we want to trigger something else, like in one example before, we were triggering forms, and we can trigger, for example, is form clicked, is something typed into the form or not, and then we could use also this not block. So I hope it helped you, and if you do, consider subscribing this channel, and let's go to the next video.